Diane in Denmark here. I've got a little recipe for you today. This is one of my just for fun videos. Remember, it's not a cookery channel, so you're not going to be seeing me doing kind of crazy ninja knife skills. The cookery I do is just the cookery that I do for the family, and I've done a couple of videos before of my go-to recipes, like the Danish terde, which was the Danish marzipan cake. I know a lot of you tried that at Christmas. And as usual, I always jump over where the pan is lowest, and you just kind of chop everything up or put everything in the kitchen processor, you know, hit the button, pour it into the tin and bake it, and it's fantastic. That is a really good recipe actually as we're coming up for Easter. We've got the Easter decorations going here, and I've got my snowdrops from the garden. You may have seen me over at Vibeka's house when we're making secret snowdrop letters, and we had the little Easter branches, which you've seen before. Anyway, today's recipe, let me just pop that back. Today's recipe is not really a recipe as such, it's more an assembly of ingredients. And it's another Danish one, it's Danish Comfort Food. So like the other Danish Comfort Food that I showed you, I made a video about beef in a bowl, oksekød i fad, which was the very first dish that my husband made for me, and it's from the Karolines Kobo series. It's a series of Danish cookbooks. Anyway, this thing today, I'm making it for the family, and it's called Burning Love, Brændende Kærlighed. And I know when I heard that recipe title, I thought, gosh, what on earth is that? I mean, burning love. It's very Danish, and it's very basic. It's good, honest comfort food. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that it can be kind of long, cold winters in Denmark. So the Danes need a lot of things to kind of keep them going and keep their bellies full. This is one of those type of recipes. It's not a kind of delicate thing. And I'm just going to quickly show you how I assemble it, because I have posted about it on Instagram a few times, and you've all said, can't you show us how to make it? And you know, as I said, it's not really a recipe as such, it's just assembling things. But anyway, here we go. You're not going to need much to make Brændende Kærlighed, which, as I said, is burning love. But I'll tell you what I've got now. I'm doing a slightly different version of it today. Hold on, let me just see if I can bring you down a bit. There we are. I don't want to bring you, I don't mean bring you down like that, but anyway. The basic dish is mashed potato. I love mashed potato. Made with lots of milk and or cream, if you've got that, and butter. Now, this is something funny. I actually found this in Lidl. It's called spreadable lurpak. In Denmark, this usually goes under the name of Kærgården. Nothing to do with Kerrygold, Kærgården. But Lidl had it, and this is actually the international version of our Danish spreadable lurpak. But one of the great things that I found in Denmark, we were given this years ago, we've actually got these little stainless steel holders for it. So when you put this on the table to serve, you know, for breakfast in the morning when you've got guests, it sits in this in the fridge all the time, and this keeps it cool. How cool is that? Anyway, on with the recipe. So it's going to be mashed potato, and then on top of that we're going to top it with fried onions, lots of fried onions, very good for the digestion, keeps you regular. And then on top of that we're going to put on bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? So anyway, I'll show you what I'm doing here. And as I said, this is what we're having for dinner tonight. So I'm kind of started it a bit, and I can show you what it looks like, and then I'll explain what I'm going to add to our version of it to make it a wee bit healthier by adding, you know, some carrots and leeks and parsley. So first of all, as I said, we're going to make our mash. And what I normally do is I just cut up the potatoes as if I was maybe doing like stovies. I don't know if you know Scottish stovies. Stovies is a Scottish comfort food, and it's basically let me just get my masher. Here we are, that's what I'm looking for. Stovies, you would cut up your potatoes quite small, and then you just cook them in a wee bit of water along with onions and a wee bit of salt, and cook them for a long time, and they all kind of mash down together, and that's a really good Scottish dish, you know. And again, honest food, very basic, right. And when I do things like making mashed potatoes, or even just boiling potatoes, I never put salt in. I never put salt in with any of my vegetables. I add the salt, you know, at the table, or, you know, everybody adds their own salt. So I'm just going to mash them down a wee bit. And I leave my skins on when I mash, well, when we eat any kind of potatoes actually. Lots of nutrients in the skins. But it's really because I can't be bothered peeling the potatoes. That's the real reason. Right. Okay, so I've mashed it down a wee bit. Can you see that? Yummy, yummy. Right. That'll do to get us started. And I'll just take a big spoon. Remember, when you're doing any kind of cookery, to do a poopa as you go along, you know, the fly lady poopa, which is pick up and put away. Right, here we go. Okay, I'm taking a big spoonful of lovely Danish butter. Oh gosh, we have this really corny joke in our family. There's a Scottish, you know, school child, and they're in the class, and don't worry, I've washed my hands before I started. And they're in the class, and the teacher asks them to read something. They say butter, and she says, no, it's butter. And then the child says again, butter, and the teacher says, no, it's butter. And then the child says, butter, and the teacher goes, okay, that's better. If you're Scottish, you'll get that. If not, Anyway, I've put in the butter, the butter. Right, and a wee bit of milk. And this is slightly skimmed milk. If it was up to me, I would only buy, you know, full fat milk, but the kids prefer the skimmed milk. Because I love anything like butter, well, as you know, teeth butter, butter that's so thick that actually leaves teeth marks. I like teeth butter, and I like cream, you know, whipped cream, all those really good things. Okay, so let me just add a wee bit of salt and pepper. Remember, with my fancy salt and pepper from Peugeot, you know, like the people who make the car. Here we are, right? The ones that have got the lights on. Yeah, maybe you can see the light coming on there. Hold on. Yeah, that's my pepper. Right, that'll do for that. I probably need a wee drop more salt, because as I said, I didn't put any salt in the potatoes. I can smell that pepper. And I'll be able to heat this up again just before we eat tonight. I wanted to show it to you because I know so many have asked about it. Okay, I'm just going to have a wee taste to make sure I've got enough salt in it. You know what? You can have all the fancy things that you want in the world, but actually just a plate of mashed potatoes, or, you know, like just a newly cooked potato mashed with some salt and butter. Yum. Okay, so you've got mashed potato, and this is going to go in the sink. And I like my mash, you know, you may want to do it really, really fine. You could even use the packets of mashed potato like I showed you for the beef in a bowl dish. If you really want to make it speedy, you know, during the week. Okay, so you've got your mashed potato, and I tell you what, I'm just going to plate up so you can get a little idea of what it's like. I'll tell you what, I'll put in this. Actually, I really like these new bowls that we got from IKEA. We used to have white ones, and it was my DD, now 16. that was really into these earthenware type, you know, which I think of, you know, of the 1970s, but actually food looks really good on the grey background. Who would have thought? Anyway, so when you plate it up, normally we do it like on a big dish, and we put it, and everybody can just dive into it. But I'll just do a wee bit today so you can see what it is. So first of all, you've got your mash. For mash, get smash. Right. I'm just doing a wee drop so you can see it, and so I can eat it right now. So we've got the mash in. And then the next thing, as I said, now I haven't quite finished cooking these onions because I don't want to cook them all the way, because I'd rather wait until the family are home for dinner. So you're going to put the onions on it. Hold on, let me see if I can work with me here. There we are, okay. A few wee onions on the top. And what I normally do is I get the potatoes cooking first, and then I put on the bacon, and then I put on the onions, and that way they're all kind of ready at the same time. And then we've got a wee drop of bacon, and you can use any kind of bacon that you like. In Denmark, we export most of the back bacon, so we've got streaky bacon here. You can also buy the bacon pieces, you know, in one piece where you chop it into bits. That's really good, or you can get the packets of bacon that are already chopped up. So I'm going to put a wee drop of bacon on the top. You can see how lovely it looks and chefy. And here we are. So here's the dish as it looks. So you've got mashed potato, the onions, and then the bacon on the top. And then if you want to make it really chefy, you add a wee bit. Here we are. A wee bit of parsley to the top. There we are. But as I think I've mentioned to you before, I used to sprinkle parsley onto, you know, the dishes just to make it look a bit more colourful and not so much for the flavour. And my son, when he was small, he would say, "Mum, why are you putting grass on the food?" He didn't really connect that, you know, it's a herb that you could eat. Now, that's how purists would serve it, and obviously, you know, the bowl would be full and you'd be digging in with a fork or with a spoon. You can try and make it, or generally I try and make it a bit more healthy. There we are, come down a wee bit. I try and make it a bit more healthy, and not so much of just, you know, the heavy mashed potato and the bacon and the onions. So what I will be doing later, when I serve it today, I'll just quickly reheat those 3 ingredients. And what I'll also do is I'll probably chop up a leek and a couple of carrots and fry those lightly. And then we'll also add that to the mix. So it's a bit more veggies and less of the bacon and the butter. So anyway, I think that is all that I'm going to share with you today, because I'm making this in the week before the run up to Easter, and I will put the video out on the week running up to Easter, because that's when the kids are going to be home and I won't have time for filming. But anyway, I hope you will enjoy maybe making Burning Love, Brændende Kærlighed, and if not, why not try doing the Easter branches, or maybe make the mazarinkage, the marzipan tart. I can actually, on YouTube now, there's a new function. If you look on my channel, if you look at the top tab, if you go into YouTube either on the mobile or on the computer, there is a new tab called Community, which replaced the old Community tab, and there I can actually put in some photos. So what I will do in there is put a photo of how I normally present the mazarinkage at Easter. And what we normally do is we just make the marzipan cake, and then we put a wee drop of icing sugar on the top and a few little chocolate eggs or marzipan eggs. So I'll put a wee picture of that just to show you what we will be eating this Easter. Anyway, that is it for me. Let me see. Look at that. I almost made it for the 15 minutes, 15-minute videos. As usual, live long and prosper. May the Danish food be with you, whatever you are eating today. And I will see you very soon. Okay, Diane in Denmark signing off.